Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Matt.
And we're back. We're back in the UK. We're back from Spiel.
Back to the Board Stupid headquarters.
Back to HQ, back to the studio. And this is our first video coming back to the UK. And thank you so much to everybody that spent time with us for interviews and for saying hello and stopping us. Lots of love to our subscribers that were so kind.
It was so nice. It was so nice to see so many of you.
Yeah, it was super nice.
The things that are most surprising was that we met people from every different country, from Sweden to Netherlands, Romania, UK, France, Italy,
Ireland. It was amazing.
It was just like mind blowing. So thank you again very much. We love you all. Again, a lot of hugs.
Lots of hugs for everybody. Yeah. Thank you very much. And we're excited, and we're even more excited about the games we saw. And these, Matt, are our top 5 most anticipated games coming up after Spiel.
Oh, and we saw some
awesome stuff. Oh my God.
We can't wait to play. We can't wait to have it here on this table
in the studio
and play it. Yeah, it's been an amazing Spiel. So many games. We on the last day we're still walking around and finding new stuff, and that's what Spiel is. You can walk there for 4 days, talk with so many people, and still miss a lot of the stuff. But hey, we're trying to bring you up what most excited us.
And what most excites us is when you hit the subscribe button.
Oh yes. Every time someone click on it, I feel like,
my life gets better.
Yes, exactly.
So go do that and join us as we explore the top 5 most anticipated games after Spiel.
Let's go.
Rolling dice, feeling nice, cardboard dreams and game schemes. Click subscribe, it's a vibe. Board Stupid's all we need. Board Stupid, game reviews for you and me. Board Stupid, here's what you should play and see.
Matt, we're going to start with a restart.
We're starting
with a restart by Teetotum Games. So this was taught to us by, was it Antonios?
Antonios, yeah. Thank you, Antonios, my man. You're great.
Appreciate you.
Yes, this one, it was in one of our most anticipated before going, but without knowing to what extent the game could have been good or...
Yes. It sounded baffling.
Yes, there was a lot of... There's a lot. And the game actually, when we play the demo, it has a lot of mechanics. It has a lot that you need to follow. However, the idea behind is so mind-bending, but at the same time, so unique.
It's brilliant. We really enjoyed our playthrough of that game. It's essentially kind of like, it's a card management, card playing game where your cards are being given lots of different effects. You're going to be using them in different ways. I love games where cards can do multiple things.
Yes.
It's that kind of game. You're either going to play it on the board or use it for a power and place it in your mind sort of.
Yeah. But
device.
Basically the overall, I'll make it very short. So the game's got a lot of components, but basically you trying to use your present self and yourself as a kid to work on the tableau in front of you that is open to everyone, and you're trying to explore different locations that are the cards on the tableau to activate some events. But doing that, you can change the events of the past, present, or future. That this is how the tableau is divided, and you trying then to score points by creating different patterns on the tableau. At the same time, you playing these event cards, they're gonna change something else. For example, they're gonna give you some mind powers, stuff that you can use, and then in the next future rounds try to do the things even better. and at the same time you're playing with the second part of the board, that is the variable one. So each scenario will have a different board, where you try, for example, in one scenario, use all the things that you do on the tableau and the powers you get on your own board, and trying to achieve different things. For example, one is going to be finding the cure to a pandemic. Another one is going to be trying to
like a political one as well.
A political one. The other one is going to be to try to save the environmental catastrophe. And the guys are putting out, the game is right now on Kickstarter, so go have a look, because they're putting out on the stretch goals and expansion, they got more of those models. Again, the game is very much a mind bend. There's gonna be an interview with Antonius and the guys at Totum that's gonna come up. Maybe it's already up, maybe
we'll see.
later, we will see, but this is exactly what the game is, going back and forth,
Back and forth in time.
To try to save the world.
And on that note, let's go to number 4. Number 4 is quite simple, I think, compared to a Restart,
Yes.
but no less beautiful and no less wonderful, and that is Railroad Tiles by Horrible Guild. We had a wonderful interview with Davida, who went through all of the great new releases from Horrible Guild, and the one that absolutely stands out, which is still on Kickstarter, or actually it's probably ended by the time you watch this video.
But late pledges are going to be
pledges are
open,
available.
so.
Absolutely, is Railroad Tiles, and what a beautiful thing it is. And
It is.
seeing this in person, it's great. I mean, it's like Railroad Inc. taken another step further with slightly more complexity to make it feel like more of a board game.
Yeah, it's less of there's no writing, there is styling, so it's a tile placement games, and it brings what is normal. Like normally it would be your pub game or your cafe games or something like that, bringing into a board game shape.
Absolutely, something slightly more robust, something you can get your teeth into a little bit more. That will play in a slightly longer time frame, so you can actually enjoy that as part of your evening of board gaming, or with your partner, for example. I can see Tina really enjoying this as a two-player game, and think this being absolutely perfect.
But even up to 4 players can be very, very nice, and it's more relaxing. It's not you're not fighting, you're not conquering, you're not destroying battleships or something. It's
very gently interactive.
and all the artwork is with this very nice pastel colors. And
really
stuff.
lovely.
It looks really, really nice. Again, it's on Kickstarter. Maybe the late pledge is still open, but otherwise it's gonna come retail next year anyway. So
if you like tile drafting and tile placement, and you like route planning, then you should certainly check out Railroad Tiles. Matt, for number 3, I've heard you like Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica is my favorite IP of all time, after Star Wars, of course.
So say we all.
It's
So it's your second favourite IP of all time.
It's like mom and daddy. I don't know which one you like more. But and this game gave me a lot of that. But I'm not talking about Battlestar Galactica, the board game. I'm talking Battlestar Galactica, the TV show. That if someone's out there has got grey hair like us, you will remember if you like sci-fi. The games we're talking about is Revenant. Revenant is a new game from Mindclash game, and it's a spin-off of Voidfall. So Voidfall was the very heavy
4X based strategy game
that came out
scenario game
last year, a year and a half now. This one is basically taking the same environment as the
Voidfall
same setup. But instead of looking at the larger scale, it looks very much into a zoom in on a little fleet of survivors that trying to stay alive
to safety
and get to the next planet that they can colonize. So trying to get out of all that madness that is happening in Voidfall with the blight and all the But the game got this very unique mechanics where you got the central ship that is in like Battlestar Galactica is the Battlestar Galactica, is the big ship in the center, and each one of the player represents one of the 4 houses.
Well, it's like 7 houses, right? And then each player is...
and you trying to basically... in this worker placement game, because at the end it's still a worker placement game, but you trying to influence this or that house, so at the end of the game you might score the games. However, all those houses, they actually are in ships around the map, that if you're not working with the rest of the table, those ships may blow up. And that means that all the powers that you get with that specific house at the end of the day is not going to come with anything.
Yeah, it's a really interesting idea where you've got worker placement where the worker placement spaces might just disappear.
Yeah.
And that is cool. So, like you said, you've got that central ship and then lots of little ships that all represent different houses. And then you've got your own little drop ship, your own little ship that's going to go out. And you've got a bunch of different things you can do. You can go and fight the Blight. If you can, go and do that. Or you can just land a ship on the planets. Or what I thought was really cool, Matt, is you can jump drive into another area of space, and you're gonna need to,
because the Blight at a certain point is going to be so much around all your little fleet that you just need to jump to the next point. That's why it reminds me a lot of Battlestar Galactica.
So cool.
So you jump in point to point until you reach your final destination, and that's where the final scoring elements will happen. Again, it's an heavier game.
Yeah, it's a heavier game.
The explanation took like around 45 minutes just to understand the rules of the game, but it's not. There are a lot of components, a lot of like more unique mechanics that you need to understand. It's not particularly heavy in terms of like a million rules. No, it's pretty straightforward, but there are new mechanics that you need to understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and also of note, this is not the designers of Voidfall.
No,
so you do not expect a similar thing. Completely new designer who brought on board to build this game, and it is a really exciting, interesting concept in the Voidfall universe, and that is Revenant.
Okay, for our number 2, there is a game that actually, when I spoke the first time to Wayne about it, it was very much, nah, really now.
It is exactly that face.
His face and his because the game is the next game from the Shadowborn guys, the same house that brought us
Oathsworn into the Deepwood.
Now, I'm the dungeon crawler. Wayne is the boring one. So that's why I decided, oh, it's going to be another like massive dungeon crawler, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, Wayne, look, it's different. This is an area control game. And he was like, what? And then we went and see this game, had a little chat with the guys at Shadowborn. And now he's went straight up on his list of games that he's waiting for.
I want to argue with anything he said, but I can't. It's entirely accurate. It's entirely accurate. I was like, oh god, no, another dungeon crawl. Oh my god, I can't stand it. But this looks really cool. They've gone a complete left turn, and done something totally different. And bravo for the bravery.
And we're talking about Avalon. The
Riven Veil. What a game. Looks super cool. So this utilizes, like you say, some really interesting area control mechanisms, utilizing your like a player board as well, and this clever kind of impermanent mist of war, where you're going to be going into new spaces as you go further into the island. But then the more you go in, where you've just come from will close up again with mist and potentially be something else. Monsters in the dark.
Yeah.
Really cool. This gives me vibes of something like Rising Sun, potentially Blood Rage. That's all the Lang historic trilogy, mythological trilogy. So if it's anything like that, then count me in. It sounds wicked.
And it's amazing. There's two armies that has already been revealed, but the guys are keeping the cards very close to their chest because the game is gonna come out on Kickstarter in November. So they're gonna reveal another 2 armies, and I'm sure there's gonna be expansion and everything. But it sounds very amazing with complete asymmetry between the different armies, and yeah, it just I can't wait because it's
So
and
good, yeah.
the minis in the games are
Oh my
something of another world that are absolutely amazing. So the game looks stunning.
Yes.
Looks like it's gonna play like absolutely insane, and I can't wait for this.
Yeah, in Arthurian legend as well.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Avalon, the Riven Vale is our number 2. Matt, and our number 1 is one that we thought would be pretty good, but when we sat down and played it, it was pretty special. I am super excited for this.
And
What
we're
is it? What is
talking about Tikal Legend.
We are
So the
talking about
new
that.
implementation of Tikal, the famous games from 1998. The same designer took the game, give it a wash, give it a rinse, couple of hands of paints, had the new mechanics, made it basically a 2024 game with everything that they learned within
In that
time,
time.
and basically just kept a little bit of the frameworks of the original game, but this is very much a very different
a
game.
very new game, 2.0. Really.
Yes, it's probably 2.5.
Yeah.
it's even more. And the scale of this
Yeah.
game and the feeling that we got about
Yeah.
this game was absolutely fantastic. I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it.
Really nice sense of exploration
It's
there as well.
adventure. It's
Adventure.
yeah.
It's exploration. It is competitive. There is. We love area majority
Yep.
stuff games. There is area majority stuff going on as well. There is ways where you control scoring when scoring happens, and that's great. There's this amazing kind of draft at the beginning of each round, which I
Yeah.
loved as well. It gives you so many things to think about. You're either drafting a new piece of terrain to go and explore, or you're going to draft one of these like super powerful cards, or even better, you're going to draft like the number of things that you can do.
Yeah,
That's
because
this is amazing.
Everything you do in the game, that would be like exploring the jungle, trying to
Building and
clear the
clearing
buildings from the forest to discover the temples, or digging for treasure and all that kind of stuff. Those are action points. So the more action points you get, the more things you can do. And the fact that you're gonna have a lot of little men running around the jungle trying to find that stuff, or trying to stop other people from doing getting the area majority on a temple to get more points of someone else. It's just magnificent.
Yeah.
And the scale of the game, that border is
Huge.
huge. But it gives you a sense of like this big jungle that you need to go into and you need to discover.
Yeah.
It just gives you that sense of adventure, and I felt like I had my Indiana Jones hat and
Yeah, really awesome. I mean, we knew this was going to be all right anyway, right? It's based on a really solid framework. We're playing it, we did a few rounds of it, and I was like, dude, we both looked at each other literally after round 1 and we went, it's a bit good, isn't it? It's a bit good. And so this is going to be on crowdfunding, or is already on crowdfunding.
very soon.
Very
It's going to be on Kickstarter really soon, so probably could be out. We're going to leave you all the links down in the description for all the games that we talked about, so double check if it's already live, but definitely keep an eye on Tikal Legend.
It's pretty good. Yeah, let's go to the outro. So those were 5 incredible games from the 1,000 or so that were at Spiel that we are super excited about going into the rest of 2024 and 2025.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, I wish I could have played more.
No, there were so many others that we saw, that we played, but there was just too many games.
There's too many. So here's the disclaimer for our lovely selection of these amazing games. There's probably tons more, and we probably didn't play them.
Exactly. Because they were just like 1,000, and the two of us and 4 days couldn't manage it.
Manage it.
Let us know if you've been a Spiel, or if you saw anywhere around. Let us know in the comment below, what are you excited about. So this was kind of like an anticipation of the I Factor 2025
coming up. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so, and like, share, and hit the subscribe button.
Matt's taken over. So
He's not used to it.
I was like, what are you doing? Check out the rest of our content. Hit the like button. Absolutely subscribe. Let us know what you think. What are your most anticipated games coming up after Spiel? What did you play that wasn't released yet? That's the best thing about it.
Yep.
To play all those brand new games that aren't even out yet. And we're going to catch you again real soon. Ciao.
What's the game reviews for you?